Hi there, Coach Dan here, Team Beachbody coach and founder of the Go Team. Have you been in a situation where maybe you've got a specific goal? You're working towards a clothing size, or maybe you've got a wedding, or you've got some kind of event that's coming up that you want to get in shape for, or maybe you got a race that you're working for, all those kind of things. And you're maybe in the situation where you're doubling up your workouts. Okay, so maybe you got a morning workout, your afternoon, or you're like really hitting it hard up front, or however you do it. And you're maybe hitting the point where you're not making progress. So you're working extra hard, but like the weight's not coming off, or the inches aren't shrinking, or the pants aren't fitting any different. It could be because you're overtraining. We're going to talk about overtraining and see what effects that has on the body. So let's stay tuned. All right, so when we overtrain, there is an issue that happens in our body because two things generally happen. We're working extra hard. You're actually pushing your body beyond what is normal by far. Okay, you're doing maybe double workouts each day. And then, hopefully, you're watching your nutrition. But what happens, particularly for some of you, maybe you're doing like a Beachbody program, good example. There's a specific food guide that it goes along with it. And that is meant to go with that program and doing that program alone, okay? When you do that food plan and then you add workouts on top of that, okay? So maybe you add running to P90X3, you add, biking to 21 Day Fix, however you do it. When you do that and you can maintain the same caloric level, there's going to be an issue because you're going to be overtraining and under eating. And what happens, particularly in the protein department, this is what particularly happens. Your body is working all this extra hard, your muscles are working extra hard, and they need recovery. They need energy for it, so they need carbs, and then they also need the building blocks, which are proteins and those amino acids, to build that muscle tissue back up, to recover. And the problem is, if you aren't feeding it enough, then what happens is it goes catabolic, which means it starts to look for protein inside the body because it's not getting enough protein from outside of the body. So, particularly if you are doing these doubles, I'm going to warn you, or give you a tip, and then I'm going to warn you. So the tip is, you definitely need to increase your caloric intake if you're doing doubles. Okay, so you're doing doubles, you need to make sure you're getting enough protein, probably a little bit more protein than your regular plan if you're doing this Beachbody-wise. And then also making sure that you're getting enough carbs to help you have the energy and some good fats as well. So it's really a whole caloric bump that's rounded. So that's that basic thumb rule is 40% protein, 40% carb, and 20% good fats. And you're boosting all of those, anywhere between, it depends on your size, but 200 to 400 maybe calories if you're doing doubles. Okay? That's going to help keep you recovering properly. Now, too many days in a row of overtraining, you face the issue of putting massive muscle strain on your body and massive stress on your body that it then goes into like this kind of a hibernation-ish type of mode where it's actually holding that energy, and it's not allowing you to make any more progress because it's saying too much stress, you got to stop. So minimally, guys, 1 day a week, you need to be making some form of recovery happen. I would highly suggest a yoga stretching day, 1 day a week, and don't double up on that day. And it's important, if you're working your tail off for 6 days, that you have some kind of recovery day. I wouldn't just necessarily recommend just taking it off, especially if you're doing doubles, because you need that stretching and that mobility, because otherwise your joints and your muscles are just going to be more and more tight, and it's going to affect your performance in the long run. All right, if you found this helpful, and maybe you know some people who are running into this, please like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more information. We would love to be helpful to you on your health and your fitness journey. Thanks for watching. Let's go.